man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what point to guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, you had to zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole for the all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the bip. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip, grip.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Right. Mike 56. Watch his slap. Watch his slap. Watch his slap.
Here's Bryce Love getting his inaugural NFL carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd and 2, Haskins. Flushed out right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go again. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. And this matchup, an important one for week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. 3rd down, here's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sproles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
We got 4.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Come on, take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And complete to Zach Ertz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. No score. After 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd down, Haskins. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zach Brown, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Haskins. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he comes back with 1 complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Bravo!
Working from the gun. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Throwing on first is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Escaping the pressure right. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now Wentz eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Elliott is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on second down. Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Buying time to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On second and 15 now. Wentz. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
52, Mike 52. Here we go. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Always able to outmuscle hustle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Here's Tressway now, standing just about on his own goal line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
82.
On 1st down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Redskins are going to get it at the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Haskins. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do.
I just ran a checkup on myself.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now on a prototypical rainy northwestern afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to break. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Third and 2.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second and goal, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. On third and goal, Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Joe Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. Play action now. Dalton flushed out right, and that is incomplete here. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And that one for the 49ers, now a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Dalton forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Sliding out of it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there's no way he was getting away on that one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Back. Gun.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
There's Wilson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Here's Carson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson now going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson, and that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Get off the field, defense.
So Dalton now. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a...
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get